race session is at Hockenheim Ring Baden-Württemberg in Hockenheim, Germany. Gabriel Felipe from Brazil is first. Michael Moning is P2. Pablo Henrique from Brazil is P3. Andreas Specht is 4th. Nate Specht is 5th. Yassine Kaddouri is 6th. Aaron B is 7th. Jordan Nick Orick is 8th. Christopher Dory from Canada is 9th. Kevin Gorman is 10th. Jobson Souza is 11th. Matthias Nascimento from Italy is 12th. Theofilos Gregoriadis is P13. Walter Phillips from United States is 14th. John Jong is P15. Danny Ravery is P16. Patrick Piscultai is P17. Rodrigo Opazzo is 18th. Gordon Jacobson from United States is P19. Pedro Lotti from Brazil is P20. Emmanuel Ortega is P21. Super Dave is 22nd. Bruno Sanson is P23. Gabriel Felipe is first.
It's time to bring the action!
Michael Moning is second. Pablo Henrique is fourth. Nate Specht in Parabolica is P5. Kevin Gorman in Hairpin is P8. Emmanuel Ortega is 12th. Emmanuel Ortega passed Super Dave for 11th. Rodrigo Opazzo in Mercedes is 13th. Patrick Piscultai is P14. Danny Ravery in Saxkov is 16th, 0.3 behind Bruno Sanson. John Jong is 21st, 0.3 behind Christopher Dory. Michael Moning is P2, 0.3 behind Gabriel Felipe. Theofilos Gregoriadis is 9th, 0.1 behind Kevin Gorman. Rodrigo Opazzo in Parabolica is P13, 0.4 behind Emmanuel Ortega. Aaron B in Hairpin is 14th, 0.5 behind Rodrigo Opazzo. Pedro Lotti is P18, 0.3 behind Danny Ravari. John Zhang in Mercedes is 20th, 0.4 behind Christopher Dory. Bruno Sanson is P21, 0.4 behind John Zhang. Michael Moning is P2, 0.4 behind Gabriel Felipe. Jordan Nick Oric is P7, 0.3 ahead of Theofilos Gregoriadis. Jordan Nick Oric lost P7 to Theofilos Gregoriadis. Patrick Pisculti is P14, 0.3 behind Super Dave. Bruno Sanson is 21st, 0.5 behind John Zhang. Michael Moning is 2nd, 0.3 behind Gabriel Felipe. Jordan Nick Oric is P8, 0.4 behind Theofilos Gregoriadis. Patrick Pisculti in Mercedes is P14, 0.4 behind Super Dave. Christopher Dory is 19th, 0.4 behind Pedro Lotti. Gordon Jacobson entering the pits is 23rd. Pablo Henrique from Brazil in Sudcurve is 6th, 0.4 behind Yassine Kaddouri. Matthias Nascimento in Sudcurve is P15 battling Patrick Pisculti. Aaron B entering the pits is P14. Matthias Nascimento is now P17. Matthias Nascimento lost P20 to Bruno Sanson. John Zhang in Nordkov is 18th, 0.1 behind Pedro Lotti. Pedro Lotti is P19, 0.5 behind John Zhang. Yassine Kaddouri in Hairpin is P6, 0.2 behind Pablo Henrique. Jordan Nick Oric is P8, 0.5 behind Theofilos Gregoriadis. Kevin Gorman is 9th, 0.2 behind Jordan Nick Orick. Rodrigo Opazzo in Mobile 1 Cup is 12th, 0.4 behind Jobson Souza. Bruno Sanson in Mobile 1 Cup is P17, 0.2 behind John John. Rodrigo Opazzo is 12th, 0.3 behind Jobson Souza. Bruno Sanson in Nordcup is 17th, 0.5 behind John John. Aaron B entering the pits is P21. Patrick Pisculti entering the pits is 22nd. Rodrigo Opazzo in hairpin is 12th, 1.0 behind Jobson Souza. John Jong in hairpin is 17th, 0.2 behind Bruno Sanson. John Jong passed Bruno Sanson for P16. Bruno Sanson is 17th, 0.3 behind John John. Jobson Souza is 10th, 0.1 behind Emmanuel Ortega. Rodrigo Opazzo is 12th, 0.2 behind Pablo Enrique. Aaron B exiting pits. Theofilos Gregoriadis in Nordcup is 8th, 0.4 behind Kevin Gorman. Theofilos Gregoriadis passed Kevin Gorman for 7th. Kevin Gorman is P8, 0.4 behind Theofilos Gregoriadis. Patrick Pisculti exiting pits. Super Dave is P11, 0.8 behind Emmanuel Ortega. Kevin Gorman is P8. Emmanuel Ortega in Mercedes is P10, 0.3 behind Rodrigo Opazzo. Emmanuel Ortega passed Rodrigo Opazzo for 9th. Rodrigo Opazzo in Mobile 1 Cup is 10th, 0.2 ahead of Super Dave. Theofilos Gregoriadis is P7, 0.5 behind Jordan Nick Oric. Pablo Enrique is P15 battling Christopher Dory. Theofilos Gregoriadis in Parabolica is P7, 0.1 behind Jordan Nick Oric. Super Dave in Parabolica is 11th, 0.5 behind Rodrigo Opazzo. Pablo Enrique in Parabolica is P16, 0.1 behind John. Pablo Enrique passed John for 15th. John is 16th, 0.2 behind Pablo Enrique. Bruno Sanson is 17th. John in Saxkov is 16th, 0.4 behind Pablo Enrique. Bruno Sanson in Sudkarv is 17th, 0.5 behind Pablo Enrique. Bruno Sanson passed Pablo Enrique for 16th. Bruno Sanson passed John for P15. Pablo Enrique in Nordkov is 17th, 0.1 behind John. Rodrigo Opazzo in Parabolica on lap 8 is 10th, 0.4 behind Emmanuel Ortega. Emmanuel Ortega in hairpin is 10th, 0.1 behind Rodrigo Opazzo. Super Dave is P11, 0.5 behind Emmanuel Ortega. Yassine Kaduri in Mobile 1 is 6th, 0.2 behind Theofilos Gregoriadis. Rodrigo Opazzo is 11th. John is 16th, 0.5 behind Bruno Sanson. Jordan Nick Oric is 7th, 0.3 behind Yassine Kaduri. Super Dave is 11th, 0.1 behind Rodrigo Opazzo. Super Dave passed Rodrigo Opazzo for 10th. Rodrigo Opazzo in Parabolica is P11, 0.1 behind Super Dave. Yassine Kaddouri is 7th, 0.2 behind Jordan Nikoric. Kevin Gorman is 8th, 0.5 behind Yassine Kaddouri. John Zhang in Mercedes is P17, 0.3 behind Pablo Enrique. John Zhang passed Pablo Enrique for P16. Jordan Nikoric is P8, 0.3 behind Kevin Gorman. Jobson Souza in Sudcurve is P12, 0.5 behind Super Dave. Pablo Enrique from Brazil in Sudcurve is P18, 0.3 behind Pedro Lotti. Pablo Enrique entering the pits is 18th. Pablo Enrique exiting pits. Pablo Enrique lost 18th to Matheus Nascimento. Danny Ravari in Parabolica is 13th, 0.6 behind Jobson Souza. The leader has just finished the race. Gabriel Felipe finished first. Michael Moning finished P2. Andreas Speck finished P3. Nate Speck finished 4th. Theofilos Gregoriadis finished 5th. Yassine Kaddouri finished 6th. Kevin Gorman finished P7th. Jordan Nikoric finished 8th. Emmanuel Ortega finished 9th. Rodrigo Opaso finished 10th. Aaron B finished P21. Jobson Souza finished 11th. Danny Ravari finished 12th. Super Dave finished P13. Christopher Dory finished 14th. Bruno Sanson finished 15th. John Zhang finished P16. Pedro Lotti finished 17th. Matheus Nascimento finished P18. Pablo Enrique finished P19. Walter Phillips finished P20. Patrick Pisculti finished P22.